Why do we have to learn this, teacher? If you ask me, why do we have to learn the place value, ordering, and also rounding off? Later, the place value and also ordering, it will be helping you to do the rounding off. Why is it the rounding off is important? Like usually in the news or maybe newspaper on the TV, if you watch the news, sometimes when the people the one who tell the news will not mention the exact number of anything that he wants to tell, like maybe in a football fans there are actually 74,836 people as the fans, but it will be like hard to tell if I have to mention 74,836. It's too much to mention, so people will directly simplify it as on Saturday afternoon there are 75,000 football fans and so on. That's why we do need to learn rounding off, because sometimes it's easier for us to say when we round off the number rather than we tell the exact value of anything. Maybe like when you measure the length of a pen, you have to find pen that is a 10 centimeter, but you cannot find the 10 centimeter. You will be okay if I have 9.6 centimeter, or maybe it's 10.2 centimeter, something like that. That's why rounding off is important in your daily life, and also you are using it in your daily life. Now let us continue for the first subtopic that we are going to learn. In here is multiplying and also dividing the numbers by 0.1 or 0.01. In here, wait, yeah. So before we multiply the number, we are going to review the number, the power of 10. So in here we have 10 to the power of 1. 10 to the power of 1 will be equals to 10. 10 to the power of 2, it will be equals to 100. 10 to the power of 3, it will be equals to 1000. 10 to the power of 4 will be equals to 10,000. Now you just need to check the compare how many zeros with the result, and also with how many powers the 10 that have. Like 10 to the power of 1, the answer will be having 1 0. 10 to the power of 2, the answer will be having 2 zeros. 10 to the power of 3, the answer will be having 3 zeros. If 10 to the power of 4, the answer will be having 4 zeros. So later when we have 10 to the power of 6, the answer will be having 6 zeros. Or in the words, we can mention it as 1 million. Now if I have 100,000, we want to mention it as a power of 10, we just need to count how many zeros are there in the number 100,000s. There are 5 zeros, that's why for the 100,000s we can write it as 10 to the power of 5. Is there anyone having any question, or maybe I'll talk too fast or something for this first slide? Is there anyone having any question, or maybe I'll talk too fast? No? Okay, if you have no question, I will move to the next slides. Please kindly let me know if you have any question later on. Okay, so in here we are going to multiply or divide the number by any decimal. When we have a decimal, in here we will do the opposite. Like when we have to multiply the number by 0.1, we will do divide the number by 10. Why is it 10? Because when 0.1, it will be equals to 1 per 10. And then now like 8 times 0.1, when we change the 0.1 into a fraction, it will be 8 times 1 per 10. In here we can read it as 8 per 10, or we can write it as a division, become 8 divided by 10. Yes, if you do anything later, if you want to make any notes or you want to answer any question from your textbook, you can directly write it on your textbook. The textbook is yours, so you can write the answer on your textbook. Okay, for the second example, we have the multiplying the number by 0.01 to decimal place. So the fraction, it will be having two zeros. The 0.01, it will be equals to 1 per 100. So 8 times 1 per 100, it will be equals to 8 divided by 100. So it means when we multiply the number by 0.01, it will be the same thing as we divide the number by 100. Now what if I divide the number by 0.1? One decimal place, it can be a a whole number when we try to find the inverse. So when we divide the number by 0.1, it is the same thing as we multiply the number by 10. If we divide the number by 0.01, it is the same thing as we multiply the number by 100. Is there anyone who get confused, or my explanation is not clear enough or something? Hello? No? Okay. If nothing is confusing, I will move to the another work example in here. On which part that making you confused? Can I know which one that making you confused before I continue? So in here, as I told you, if you multiply or divide the number by a decimal, sometimes it is confusing. So it will be better if you change the number into a fraction. So like we have the 0.1, we can change it into a fraction, become 1 per 10. After we change it into 1 per 10, now 8 times 1 per 10, the answer will be 8 times 1, which is equals to 8 divided 8 per 10. 8 per 10 in here is the same as we do 8 divided by 10. In here is 0.01. We can change it into a fraction, become 1 per 100. 8 times 1 will be equals to 8, and then the denominator will keep being 100. 8 per 100 is the same thing as we do 8 divided by 100. Now in here we have divide the number by 0.1. 0.1 we can change it into a fraction. Is my voice laggy? Is my voice laggy? No. Okay. So in here we have the 8 divided by 0.1. We can change it the 0.1 into a fraction. Become 1 per 10. Remember, when we have a division with a fraction, we can change it into a multiplication. By multiply the number we flipping upside down, it is 1 per 10, so now become 10 per 1. So it means when we divide the number by 0.1, it is the same thing as we multiply the number by 10. And then for the last example, we divide the number by 0.01. We can change the 0.01 into a fraction, which is 1 per 100. When we have a division with a fraction, we can change it into multiplication. So it will be 8 times 100 per 1. 8 times 100 per 1 is the same thing as we do 8 times 100. Yeah, in here, when we have a division with a decimal, we can change it into a multiplication, but the number will change. If we divide by 0.1, it's the same thing as we multiply it by 10. If we multiply the number by 0.1, it is the same thing as we divide the number by 10. Yeah, it's only work for a decimal, 0.1, 0.01. So if like we multiply the number by 0.01, it's the same thing as we divide the number by 100. Now if we divide the number by 0.01, it is the same thing as we multiply the number by 100. Now if we have someone told me if the decimal is changed, it cannot be like that. It will be different. Later we will learn about it, but now we just focus at the 0.1, 0.01, or maybe 0.001. For another decimal like 0.383, you will have it will be like difficult for you to find that kind of equation in the Cambridge checkpoint. So yeah, for the 0.383, we will discuss it later, not now. Okay, now is there anyone having any question for multiplying or divide the number by 0.1 and 0.01? Is there anything confusing? No? Okay. If nothing is confusing, I will continue to the example given in here. So in here, we already have some example. There is a number in here, 3.2 times 0.1. As we know, when we multiply the number by 0.1, it's the same thing as we divide the number by 10. So we can just do 32 divided by 10, which is equals to 3.2. Now if we have 4.2 times 0.01, it is the same thing as we do 4.2 divided by 100. Or maybe if you get confused, Yeah, it will be switching. It has to be switched, and also the number will be changing also. Like this is times 0.1 times 0.1, we can do divide by 10 times 0.01, so it means divide by 100. If divide by 0.1, so it's the same thing as times by 10. If we divide by 0.01, so it means we times the number by 100. Something like that. Or if you get confused, you have to keep changing the number into fractions still. Like 32 times 1 per 10. So it's the same thing as we do 32 divided by 10 and so on. Is there anyone having any question or get confused still? No? Okay, if none of you have no confusion, let us move to the question 1 on the exercise 3.1. I think for the question 1 and 2, we can directly discuss it together. You don't need any time to try it first because this is almost the same thing as the chapter 2. So 10 to the power of 3, it will be how many? Anyone knows? 10 to the power of 3? Yeah, there will be 3 zeros because it is to the power of 3. If we write it in a numbers, if we write it in words, what number it will be? Is it 100, 1000, 10,000 or how many? Yeah, it will be 1000. Is there anyone who get confused so far? No? Okay. For the question B, we have 10 to the power of 5. When we write it in numbers, how many zeros will be there? There will be 5 zeros because it is to the power of 5. So we write it with the 5 zeros will be like this. In words, what number it will be if we write it in words? 10,000, 100,000, 1,000, 1,000,000 or how many? Yeah, it will be 100,000. Is there anyone having any questions so far? Yeah, it will be 100,000. Okay. Now if we move to the 10 to the power 7, how many zeros will be there? With the zero will be as many as the power because 10 to the power of 7, so it will be having 7 zeros. In words, what number is it if we describe it in words? How many it will be? Yeah, it will be 10 million. Okay, now if 10 to the power of 1, what number it will be if 10 to the power of 1? How many zeros will be there? 1 0. So it will be 1 0 or we can write it as 10. Is there anyone having any questions so far at the question 1? Please kindly directly write the answer on your textbook. So later when the school is already reopened, I can check your work. I can check if you really still pay attention or not through the class by checking your work from your workbook and also textbook because I discuss everything from your textbook and workbook. Okay, I will move to the question 2. Write each number by the power of 10. If 100, it will be 10 to the power of how many? Yeah, it will be 10 to the power of 2. If this one for the question B, 10 to the power of how many? It will be 10 to the power of how many for the question B? Yeah, 10 to the power of 7. For the question C, it will be 10 to the power of how many? 5 or 4? There are 4 zeros, so it will be 10 to the power of 4. The last question, it will be 10 to the power of how many? 10 to the power of 10. When you write it in your textbook, do not write it with the way I write it, but you have to write it like this. 10 to the power of 4 because I cannot do any symbol in here when I try to annotate. That's why this is for the symbol for power. So I write it like this. Is there anyone having any questions so far or my explanation is too fast? Is there anything confusing? Okay. If you have no confusion, already done copying in your textbook? Done, yeah? I will move to the question 3. Okay, I will move to the question 3. For the question 3, we have this number 62 times 0.1. Is there anyone knows what number it will be? Yeah, it will be 6.2. Because when we multiply by 0.1, it's the same thing as we divide the number by 10. It will be 6.2. Do not try to use a calculator, yeah? because you are at home. I cannot be sure if you are using your phone for Webex or for check the calculator. Okay, if you are using your brain, that's good. Do not use a calculator because this kind of a question will be at paper 1. You will not be using any calculator. There will be another question that you will be you are allowed to use a calculator, but not for this chapter. For the question B, 50 times 0.1, how many it will be? It will be 5.0, or you can write it as 5 only. For the question C, 125 times 0.1, yes, it will be 12.5. Okay. For the question D, 3.2 times 0.1, how many it will be? Yeah, it will be 0.32. When it is a multiplication with a decimal, sometimes it will be easier if you just check how many decimal places are there. Like 3.2, there is one decimal place. At 0.1, there is one decimal place. So it means in total there will be two decimal places. 32 times 1, it will be 32. Because there are two decimal places, so we write it as 0.32. Is my voice gone? Is my voice gone? No. Okay, let me repeat again if it was gone for the question D. So when it is about multiplying with a decimal place, sometimes you don't have to change it into a division. You just can check with the number of decimal places on each number that you are going to multiply. Like 3.2, there is a one decimal place, and then for 0.1, another one decimal place. So in total, there will be two decimal places. That's why the answer will be 0.32. Or you can do 3.2 divided by 10. If you have 3.2 divided by 10, later the decimal place will go from at before 3, so it will be 0.32. Is there anyone having any questions so far at the question D? Or anything confusing still? No? Okay. Now for the question E. 37 times 0.01. How many it will be? Okay, 0.37. Okay, when I can see some of you already answering through the chat box, I feel like you already really understand. Now for the question F, 600 times 0.01. How many it will be? It will be 6 because we do 600 divided by 100. The answer will be equals to 6. Okay, is there anyone having any question? No? Okay, my voice suddenly echoing for a while. Okay, now for the question G, we have 750 times by 0.01. How many it will be? It will be 7.50, or you can write it as 7.5 only. Okay. Now for the question H. What number it will be? 4 times 0.01. Is it 0.04 or 0.004? We check how many decimal places are there. There are two decimal places. So the answer will be 0.04. Because the decimal places will be at 0 and 4, in total will be 2. Is there anyone having any question, or my explanation is confusing still? Is there anything confusing at question 3? For those who answer it as 0.004, is it clear enough, or is it confusing still? So we do 4. This is for symbol divide. Yeah, I cannot find any division symbol in here. So I use the ratio symbol. So 4 divided by 100. If you get confused, you can write 4. And then since it's divided by 100, so it means the number will go, the decimal place will go twice. 1, 2. This is the point for the decimal. And then this is for the 0. This is for another 0. Oops, sorry. That's why the answer is 0.04. Is there anyone having any question, or my explanation is confusing? Yeah, you can do like this also. Which one that you usually used to do, you can use it. Okay. Now if no one have no confusion, I will move to the question 4. Is there anyone having any question before I continue to the question 4? Is there anyone who get confused? No confusion for sure? Oops, sorry. No confusion, yeah, for sure. Okay. If no one have no confusion, I will move to the question 4. For the question 4, work out this out. 7 divided by 0.1. Remember, when divide by decimal, we can change it by a multiplication. So it is divide by 0.1. Is this the same thing as we multiply the number by 10? So we will calculate it as 7 times 10, which is equals to 70. Now for the question B, how many it will be? Yes, it will be 45 because 4.5 times 10 will be 45. Now for the question C, how many it will be? Is it 522 or is there anyone who got different answer? Yeah, it will be 522. Now for the question D, how many it will be? 0.67 divided by 0.1, or we can say it as 0.67 times 10. It will be 6.7. Okay. Now for the question E, 2 divided by 0.01. How many it will be? If we divide by 0.01, it is the same thing as we multiply the number by 100. So now we will have 2 times 100, which is equals to how many? 200. Is there anyone who get confused, or maybe my explanation is confusing? You still need more time to try it first or anything? No? Okay. I will move to the question F. 8.5 divided by 0.01. Yes, the answer will be 850. Okay, good job. For the question G, 0.32 divided by 0.01. Yeah, the answer will be 32. Last question of question 4. 7.225 divided by 0.01. How many it will be? Yes, the answer will be 722.5. Is there anyone who get confused so far, or maybe I talk too fast? Or maybe we go too fast or anything? No? Okay. Let me know if later you need more time to try it first, or it's okay for me to directly discuss it. If it's okay for me to directly discuss it, I will directly discuss it, because if we can directly discuss it, I think we will be faster on finishing the textbook. But if you need more time to try it first, it's also okay. Now we are going to do the question 5. There is a person named Jake. He works out the number for 23 times 0.1 and also 8.3 divided by 0.01. Here is the steps on the way he finished the question. So when he has 23 times 0.1, he know that he can change it into a division. So he will do 23 divided by 10. The answer will be 2.3. Now, because the question, we have to check the answer by using inverse operation. So it means you need to do a double checking in here. How to do a double checking? So for double checking, we will use the inverse. So we start from in here, we start from the answer, 2.3. This is divide by 10. So opposite of divide by 10, it will be multiply by 10. So he checked it by do 2.3 times 10. The answer is 23. 23 is the same as the question given. That's why his answer is already correct. Now for the question 2, he has, how many is it? 8.3 divided by 0.01. So in here, he tried to change it into a multiplication. So he did 8.3 times 100. His answer was 8,300. And then when he tried to check, when he checked 8,300 divided by 100, the answer will be 83. The 83 is different from the question. So it means his answer were wrong. That's why he corrected become 830, because 830 divided by 100, the answer will be 8.3. Is there anyone having any question with the method that Jakes did to finish and also checking his answer? Is there anyone who get confused? No? No confusion? Okay. If no one, I don't think anyone say anything to the chat box, yeah. You said no, so I don't think you have no question. Let us try to finish the question A, B, C, D using the method that Jake used in his homework. So like for the question A, he has 18 times 0.1. This is a multiplication with a decimal, so he can do division. So it will be 18 divided by what number? 18 divided by how many? 18 divided by 10. The answer will be equals to 1.8. Now the question, you have to read the question properly. Work out the answer to this question. Check your answers by using inverse operation. So you have to use the method that Jake used to finish his work. You do not only find the final answer, but you have to do double checking also. So when you already have the 1.8 as the answer, you have to check it. So now we have to check it by 1.8. In here we do divide by 10. So opposite of divide we can do multiply. 1.8 times 10, the answer will be equals to 18. 18 is the same as the question given. So it means the answer 1.8 is already correct. Is there anyone having any question or this is still confusing? Is there anyone having any question? No? Okay, if no one have no question, let us move to the question B using the same method. So the 23.6 times 0.01, we can change it into a division. Can you tell me how many divide by how many at the question B? At the question B, can you tell me how many divided by how many? Do not only tell me the final answer. The final answer is already correct, 0.236. So we do 23.6. We can divide it by 100. The answer correct, it will be 0.236. This is the method. When we have a multiplication with a decimal, we can change it into a division, so we can divide it by a whole number. 23.6 times 0.01 is the same thing as we do 23.6 divided by 100. So the final answer will be 0.236. Now if we use the inverse function, so we start from the answer 0.236 and then in here divide by 100. Opposite of divide, it will be multiply by 100. The final answer, it will be 23.6. This is as the same as the question given, so it means this work is also correct. Is there anyone having any question or my explanation is confusing still for you? No? Okay. So now let us move to the question C. Not enough space, I go up, yeah. For the question C in here, we have 0.6 divided by 0.1. Division with a decimal, we can change it into a multiplication. So the 0.6 I will multiply by what number? What number that I will use to multiply 0.6? Anyone knows what number that I can use? Times by 0.1 is the same thing as we multiply the number by 10. So 0.6 times 10, the answer will be 6. Now we need to check using inverse. So 6 divided by 10, the answer it will be equals to 0.6. 0.6 is already the same as the question. So it means the answer 6 on the question C is already correct. Is there anyone who has any question? No? Okay. If no one has no question, I will move to the question D. For the question D, we have 4.5 divided by 0.01. So we can change it into a multiplication. We multiply it by how many for the 4.5? Yeah, we multiply it by 100. So 4.5 times 100, it will be equals to how many? Anyone knows? 4.5 times 100, it will be how many? Is there anyone who can answer 4.5 times 100? How many it will be? How many? Not 250, it's 4.5, so it will be 450. So now when we do inverse operation to check, we do 450 divided by 100, the answer is 4.5. It's already go back to the question, so it means the answer for question D, when we have 450, it's already correct. Is there anyone having any questions so far, or my explanation is confusing? Is there anyone who get confused so far? No? Okay. Are you done copying before I move to the next question? Done? For the others already done, because if I move to the next question, I don't think I can get back my previous annotation. So I'm making sure if you're already done copying. Done, yeah? Okay. If done, I will move to the question 6. Okay. For the question 6, now we already have some calculation in here, but we don't know what sign that we have to put, whether it is a multiplication or division. Now your job, you have to find on each calculation which symbol that it will be matching to this calculation. We have 6.7 divided by 0.1. So we will use a division or multiplication on this question. James said it's divide. How about the others? Do you agree with James, or is there anyone who disagree? Yeah, it will be divide. Thank you. Is there anyone who get confused? If anyone who get confused, please let me know. No, okay. For the question B, 4.5 something with 0.01, the answer will be that's much. Yes, we will do multiply. Correct. And then at the question C, what operation do we have at the question C? Yeah, we will need to multiply, correct. At the question D, what things that we have to do? Is it a multiplication or it is a division? Yes, it will be a multiplication. Thank you. For the question E, what multiplication or division? Someone said it is a division. Is there anyone who disagree? Or maybe it is a time, or you still cannot differentiate? It's okay if you are still confused, let me know so I can discuss it better with you. Okay, yes, correct. It is a division. For the question F, 12 divided by 0.01, the answer will, oh yeah, I already mentioned it's division. Okay. Is there anyone who get confused? Or in here, if you are getting confused, you can check. Like for the very first one, the question is 6.7 having a decimal. The final answer no decimal. So it means we will divide it with a decimal. And then now for 4.5, one decimal place only at the question B. But the final answer having more decimal places. Because having more decimal places, it means I need to multiply it with a decimal. Like the question C, from 0.9 into 0.09, the decimal place is getting more, so it means we need to do a multiplication. Whenever the number getting less, we will do multiply with a decimal, but when the number getting higher, we will divide it with a decimal. Is there anyone who get confused with my explanation or making you more confused? I'm not sure. Hello? Is there anyone who get confused? No? Okay, if no one have no confusion, then I will move to the question 7, which 0.1 or 0.01 goes in each box. Now we have 26, but the answer is 0.26. So you can check from no decimal places into 2 decimal places. So it means I need to take the number with having 2 decimal places. So we take the 0.01. Correct. Now for the question B, from 1 decimal place into no decimal places. Yeah, it's okay if we cannot cover until question 8. It's okay. We can continue on the next class. Yeah. So it will be 0.1 because from 1 decimal places into no decimal places, the difference is only 1. For the question C, how many decimal places will be needed? From 2 decimal places into 4 decimal places, the difference is 2. So it means we take the 0.01. Is there anyone who get confused or my explanation is too fast or anything? Just want to check. No? Okay. If no one say anything through the chat box, no one is trying to unmuting yourself to ask many questions. So I will assume that all of you already understand. From 7 into 70, I need to divide it by how many? You know that from 7 into 70, we need to multiply it by 10. When we multiply by 10, it is the same thing as we divide the number by 0.1. That's why the answer will be 0.1. For the question E, we have 8.99 into 0.899. So, what number that we will use in this case? Yeah, we check 2 decimal places into 3 decimal places. One difference, so it will be 0.1. Now at the question F, from 52 into 520, we need to multiply it by 10. When we multiply the number by 10, it is the same thing as we divide the number by 0.1. Is there anyone having any question or my explanation is confusing still? So keep it in your mind. If we divide the number by 0.1, it is the same thing as we multiply the number by 10. Or when we divide the number by 0.001, it is the same thing as when we multiply the number by 100. So it is also the opposite way when we have how many is it? When we multiply the number by 0.1, it is the same thing as we divide the number by 10 and so on. Is there anyone who get confused so far? Is there anyone who get confused? Yeah, I don't think it will be enough for us to discuss the question 8. So I will just end up my class. If you have no question, I think tomorrow you will be having any holiday.